I'm here at day 3 of CES with Otto from Doublepoint. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's day 3 and it's been pretty busy and pretty exhaustive. But now we're getting, into the last stage of the show, and that's where the fun starts.
Exactly. I feel like it's kind of like an uphill battle. Even though it's always really fun, it's very busy.
Exactly. It's fun but it's very, very exhaustive.
So would you be able to tell me more about Doublepoint?
Absolutely. Doublepoint is a gesture detection company. So I can use my hand here to pinch my fingers together, and that creates an action, which we pick up with our machine learning model on our smartwatch.
Okay, fantastic. So what else can you control with it?
So you can control actually any device that interfaces with Bluetooth. So we have a lot of use cases in headset control, IoT control, controlling lights, controlling tablets, controlling TVs, controlling smartphones, even cars. So basically anything that has wireless connectivity for around you.
Wow, that's fantastic. So what was the inspiration behind the beginning of the company?
My colleague is a classically trained pianist and a biomedical engineer from Imperial College London, actually. And he had this tendency to subconsciously type with his fingers. So he would look at this plant and he'd be like, oh, that's beautiful, and he'd write beautiful. And then he needed to have a wristband which could actually detect those finger twitches and have a always-on keyboard. But since there's not really a market for people like him, then we decided to go down a more mainstream route of gesture detection for AR headsets, essentially.
Okay, so what is the mission of your company?
So we're trying to make gesture detection available for everyone in the industry. So last year, Apple had 2 product releases where they introduced gesture detection. Vision Pro with the computer vision-based hand tracking. But then we also have Double Tap, which was a gesture detection algorithm for smartwatches. And we think that gesture detection should be enabled for all of the new products that we're being creating. And we want to be among the providers to do that.
Okay, that's great. So is it currently available?
Yes, so it is a free app that you can download to any Wear OS watch. We do have some devices that we support better, such as Samsung Galaxy Watches, but we're introducing new devices, by the hour at the moment. It's a free app anyone can download, but then we also provide evaluation kits for businesses that may want to license this technology for their own devices.
Okay, so it very much seems like a consumer product. Do you see it also working in other sectors?
Yes, so I would see us basically working, we think of ourselves like a touchscreen. So touchscreens began from phones, but then now we have a touchscreen in the car, the store counter, you have it in tablets, you have it in phones, and phones and laptops. You have it everywhere. So we think it's going to go across sectors, and we think gesture detection is like the touchscreen of the 3D virtual world, essentially, where we interface with devices and virtual objects around us.
Okay, that's great. So what are your goals as a company for this year?
For this coming year, we want to work with a lot more companies to bring gesture detection to new devices. So we're getting from R&D mode into commercial mode for this year. So we're aiming to get some great partnerships.
Okay, fantastic. And my final question is, so you kind of touched upon it at first, but how are you finding the show this year? Have you ever attended before?
Yes, so we have been here last year, but this year we had a bigger press presence. We were featured as the top 10 of the show by Wired. We got mentioned and our own articles in CNET and CNET and VentureBeat and Mashable and the whole stack. So we've had a great show so far, and we've seen increasingly large amounts of downloads on our software and also increasing amounts of inbound. So it's been really good for us this year.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking part in the interview today.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thanks for having me.